Imagine waking up one morning feeling slightly off. Maybe your hand feels a little numb. Maybe your words come out slightly jumbled when you try to speak. Maybe one side of your face feels strange when you splash water on it. You think to yourself, I probably just slept on it wrong. I'll feel better after coffee. So you go about your morning. You make breakfast. You sit in your chair and you wait for it to pass. For thousands of people every single year, that one decision to wait and see costs them everything. Their speech, their movement, their independence. Sometimes their life. Today, we are going to talk about the 7 early warning signs of a stroke that every person over 60 needs to know. Not just know in a general way, but truly recognize, because some of these signs are surprisingly quiet. Some feel almost harmless. And several of them are ones that doctors say people most commonly brush off right up until the moment they can no longer ignore them. Stay with me through this entire video, because the 5th sign especially tends to shock people. Most have never connected it to stroke risk at all. I'm Dr. Wellson, and on this channel, we help adults over 60 protect their brain, their hearts, and their independence with simple, trustworthy health guidance you can actually use. If that sounds like something you value, hit the subscribe button before we begin. It truly helps our community grow. Let's start with something important. A stroke happens when blood flow to part of the brain is suddenly interrupted. Think of your brain like a garden, and blood is the water that keeps it alive. The moment that water stops flowing, even for a few minutes, parts of the garden begin to wilt. Brain cells start to die. And unlike most cells in the body, brain cells do not grow back. Every single minute during a stroke, approximately 2 million brain cells are lost. That is not a number meant to frighten you. It is a number meant to help you understand why acting fast is not optional. It is everything. And here is what makes stroke particularly dangerous for adults over 60. Many of the early warning signs are subtle. They can feel like tiredness, stress, dehydration, or simply getting older. That confusion is exactly what we are going to clear up today. Before we get into the signs, there is one more thing worth knowing. There is something called a mini-stroke, also known medically as a transient ischemic attack. A mini-stroke produces the same warning symptoms as a full stroke, but they pass within minutes to hours without permanent damage. The danger is that many people experience a mini-stroke, feel better, and do nothing about it. Research shows that up to 15% of people who have a full stroke experienced a mini-stroke in the days or weeks before it. A mini-stroke is not a false alarm. It is your body sending a serious warning. If you've ever experienced stroke-like symptoms, even ones that go away quickly, please contact your doctor or seek emergency care. Do not wait. Now, let's talk about the 7 signs. Sign number 1. Sudden weakness or numbness on one side of the body. This is one of the most recognized stroke warning signs, but it is also one of the most commonly dismissed, especially when it feels mild. You might notice that one arm feels heavy or hard to lift. Your hand might not grip your coffee cup the way it normally does. One side of your face might feel oddly stiff or droopy when you smile. One leg might feel weaker than the other when you stand. The key words here are sudden and one side. Strokes most often affect one side of the body because each side of your brain controls the opposite side of your body. A simple check you can do at home is called the arm drift test. Raise both arms in front of you with your palms facing up and close your eyes. Hold them there for 10 seconds. If one arm drifts downward without you trying to move it, that can be a warning sign to take seriously right away. Sign number 2. Sudden confusion or trouble understanding. This one is tricky because confusion has many causes. Poor sleep, low blood sugar, medication side effects, dehydration. But stroke-related confusion has a very particular quality. You might find yourself unable to follow a simple conversation. Someone speaks to you, and the words feel like they are coming from very far away. You might read a sentence you've read 100 times and find it makes no sense. You might forget what you were doing just a moment ago. This is not the normal mental fogginess of a tired morning. This feels different, sudden, more disorienting, harder to shake. If someone around you suddenly seems confused in an unusual way, take it seriously. And coming up shortly, we're going to talk about a sign that many people associate with other conditions first, and almost never think of as a stroke symptom. Please keep watching. Sign number 3. Sudden trouble speaking or finding words. Most people know about slurred speech as a stroke sign, but there is more to this than just slurred words. Some people during a stroke can hear clearly, think clearly inside their own mind, and yet find that the words they want to say simply will not come out. They might say the wrong word entirely. They might start a sentence and then go blank. This is called aphasia, which simply means a disruption in the ability to use or understand language. Here's a quick check. Ask the person to say a simple sentence, something like, "The sun is shining today." If the words come out scrambled, slurred, or confused, that is a warning sign to take seriously. If you're alone and this happens to you, do not try to wait it out. Call for help immediately. Sign number 4. Sudden vision changes in one or both eyes. Vision problems are one of the warning signs people most commonly blame on other things. They reach for their glasses. They blame tiredness. They assume they need a new prescription. But sudden vision changes, ones that appear in seconds with no gradual buildup, can absolutely be a sign of stroke. This might look like sudden blurred vision in one eye. It might look like double vision. It might feel like a dark curtain has partially come down over part of your visual field. The brain has an entire area dedicated to processing vision. When blood flow to that area is interrupted, visual symptoms can appear almost instantly. If you ever experience a sudden vision change that you cannot easily explain, please take it seriously. Sign number 5. A sudden, severe headache with no known cause. Here is the one that surprises many people. Most of us think of a stroke as a physical event. Weakness, numbness, slurred speech. We do not always think of pain, but one specific type of stroke, called a hemorrhagic stroke, which happens when a blood vessel in the brain actually ruptures, can cause what doctors often describe as the worst headache of your life. It comes on very suddenly, often within seconds. It is unlike any headache you have ever felt before. It may come with vomiting, sensitivity to light, or a stiff neck. This is not a migraine. This is not a tension headache. This is sudden, severe, and genuinely feels different from anything familiar. If you or someone you love ever experiences this, do not lie down and wait for it to pass. Call emergency help immediately. We have 2 signs left to cover, including one that involves your sense of balance in a way most people never expect. Please stay with me. Sign number 6. Sudden dizziness, loss of balance, or difficulty walking. We all get dizzy sometimes. When we stand up too fast, when we are dehydrated, that kind of dizziness usually passes in seconds. Stroke-related dizziness is different. It may come on without any warning. It may feel like the room is spinning. It may suddenly make it hard to walk in a straight line, stand without swaying, or coordinate your movements. The part of the brain responsible for balance is called the cerebellum. When blood flow to the cerebellum is disrupted, these symptoms can appear very quickly. For adults over 60, this warning sign is especially important because it can look like a simple stumble, a trip, a fall. But if that loss of balance came on suddenly, with no clear reason, it deserves a much closer look. Sign number 7. Sudden trouble swallowing. This is perhaps the least talked about stroke warning sign, and yet it is real, and it matters, especially for older adults. Swallowing is actually a very complex action. It involves many muscles and nerve pathways working together in perfect coordination. Your brain manages the entire process without you thinking about it. When a stroke disrupts those nerve signals, swallowing can suddenly become difficult. Food or liquid may feel like it's going down the wrong way. There may be a sensation of something being stuck. Coughing or choking during a meal that was going normally just moments before can be a sign worth paying attention to. In medical language, this is called dysphagia, which simply means difficulty swallowing. If someone at the table suddenly begins coughing and struggling to swallow without an obvious cause and other signs are present, take that moment seriously. Now, let's bring everything together. The 7 signs are sudden weakness on one side, sudden confusion, sudden trouble speaking, sudden vision changes, a sudden severe headache, sudden dizziness or loss of balance, and sudden trouble swallowing. The thread that connects every single one is that word, sudden. It is a simple memory tool doctors use called FAST. F4, face drooping. A forearm weakness. S4, speech difficulty. T for time to call emergency help. Some versions expand it to be FAST, adding balance and eye changes. These acronyms exist because they save lives. If you ever witness these signs in yourself or someone you love, call emergency services immediately. Do not drive yourself. Do not wait to see if it passed. Do not take a nap and hope for the best. Time is everything. And a brief word on prevention. The habits that protect your blood vessels also protect your brain. Manage your blood pressure. It is the single largest contributing factor for stroke. Eat more vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Walk regularly, even short, daily walks. Don't smoke. Limit alcohol. Keep blood sugar and cholesterol in a healthy range. These are not dramatic changes. They are simple daily choices that quietly protect one of the most important organs you have, your brain. If you have concerns about your personal stroke risk, please speak openly with your doctor. You do not have to figure this out alone. Let's leave today with 3 simple words to remember. Know the signs. Act fast. Do not wait. If this video helped you today, please share it with someone you care about. An older parent, a sibling, a close friend. You never know whose life a single video might reach at exactly the right moment. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these 7 signs surprised you the most? Was there one you had never connected to stroke before? Leave your answer in the comments below. And while you're there, tell us how old you are and where in the world you are watching from. This community spans so many countries, and every voice adds something valuable. Thank you for watching. Thank you for caring about your health. I'm Dr. Wellson, and I'll see you in the next one.